Hey guys, it's Eleanor again from the Reagan Revolution. After Alex Godby, I'm with another specialist who's not inside Philips, but almost, because he knows almost as everybody else here. It's Roy Davidoff, whom we don't introduce anymore. He's the half of the Davidoff brothers. And he's going to give us a couple of insights on the highlights that he selected. And I can spot sort of a trend here.
So, you know what? I'm going to start with the ladies' watch.
Ladies first.
Ladies first, yes, exactly, ladies first.
Well, first, tell us why you've been always so into gemstones, and because it's kind of your background.
Yes, I am.
You're more specialist, but also a gem expert.
I'm a gem expert, fourth generation in the business, sort of. I'm a gemologist. My two grandfathers, great-grandfather, etc. And my father was specialized in emeralds. So this is definitely a watch that speaks to me. When you see the quality and the clarity of the stones that was used for the gem setting, the emerald cut diamonds around the emerald cut emeralds, and this beautiful gem set dial. This is more of a jewelry piece that happens to tell time than a watch that was dressed up. And when we tested it earlier on Eleanor's wrist, it looked absolutely stunning. So this is definitely one of my crushes for this event.
But I have a question for you,
Yes.
because yes, I've tried it on my wrist and it's absolutely stunning, but emeralds, and having a jewelry background as well, emeralds are very delicate stones, and that's why, for example, an engagement ring, I always recommend not to use an emerald as a central stone, just because it's so fragile. You hit it once and you can have an actual cut in it.
You are
So what about on the watch?
100%
You can
correct.
just like,
But
you can
if you
break
look,
it.
but if you look at the way that the bracelet is done, you can see that the emeralds are in the center, and they are surrounded by and protected a little bit by the
By the
diamond.
side stones.
Exactly, and the bezel.
That's where I wanted to get you.
Yes, that's exactly. You can see how well protected it is and how well made it is. And this
So
is
you can get this one, but do not get engagement ring
Yes,
with
100%.
with an emerald. Please don't do this.
So the next watch on this highlight, we're going to stay in the color green. This
The hoop color.
Hope color. This is a jasper stone dial. Audemars Piguet was not really known for stone dials. They were known for color dials, where they use different colors. One of the famous ones, the blue one, the Klein. They've had some very funky colors, and the offshores were half a dozen iterations. And what's really nice is that using this stone dial, only one of 5 known, you can see the play of color on the dial, which is quite beautiful. Some days it looks dark. With different lighting, it'll start to pop green. Being a beautiful white gold piece, low number 56. Again, one of the highlights that I think of this sale. The next piece is not a gemstone, but it's what's known as a Tuscan dial.
Please tell us what a Tuscan dial is. We've had that conversation with Alex Godby. He gave us an explanation.
What did Alex say?
I won't tell.
For me, it's a hammer stippled dial, martelé. And it gives you also a fantastic play of color. And what's interesting is that in today's collection, you can find this type of decoration evolved into the outer case of the watch. There's a collection now that has also this frosted look, which is quite nice. And having this dial is really cool because it's only one of 20 made in platinum.
You stole my line on the Carolina Bucci parallel
You
with
asked
the
me a
Frosted Gun
question.
collection. Which is, to me, I mean, it's one of the most stunning collection because it's balancing the femininity and gender neutral kind of way of the work on a case, on a dial, without adding any gemstones to it.
That's
And it's the magic trick of working on metal with a specific technique with the rendering that's just absolutely flabbergasting.
Before I get to the next watch, which is also
Other Tuscan dial?
other Tuscan dial, which is even a rarer Tuscan dial, I will speak about, speaking of femininity, we all know Gerald Genta designed the Royal Oak, but we have to mention Jacqueline Dimier, who designed hundreds of Royal Oaks. And when we spoke about ladies models, when we spoke about gem set models, when we spoke about complications, most of it is all of her doing.
She opened the field
Yes.
of the declinations of the different Royal Oaks with open work with tourbillon, with changing the look, but never the foundation of the piece.
We had the pleasure of chatting with Michael Friedman for a few minutes before, and it's so much fun to see this form, which was born now 50 years ago, still being used today and adapted into such a wide collection. So this Tuscan dial, this Tuscan dial I wanted to speak about, for me, I really like the perpetual calendar variation, especially the first generation dials, which don't have the leap year indication, which gives it a very pure look. This has a small font, and it's the only one known with yellow script on the yellow gold watch, because this dial was reserved for white metal, specifically for platinum perpetual calendars. And last but not least, I have the pleasure of holding in my hands the Basel and then subsequently sold in 1972 first Royal Oak, even if the case
Also,
back.
Alex's highlight.
Yes,
one
of course.
His highlights.
Even if it says 02 in the case back, it actually is, according to the archives, the first one ever sold. And the other nickname of this watch, because we love nicknames, of course, is called the Barn Find. Which Barn Find is a watch that was sold, sat in a drawer, aged, and then it was taken out for sale. So this hasn't been touched since pretty much Basel World 50 years ago.
Well, it was a wedding gift.
It was a wedding gift, yes. There's supposed to be a second one, but we get to see that one.
Roy, thank you so much for your insights, for your highlights, for your technicality, detailing, and everything that you brought up to that video.
Thank you. Quick question, do you have an idea of how much this is going to bring?
A lot.
Over $1 million?
I believe it will be over $1 million.
I believe so too.
Maybe 2.
I believe so too. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.